Hello. Yay! I got kind of dumped there for a second. That was really weird. Very strange. I didn't mean to leave you. Let's see. That really didn't do much. No. Yeah, I think so. The AI needed all the power for this photograph and just dumped me. Oh, that's better. As far as the noise goes, anyway. I couldn't work with it with the noise. it was much better. All right. Yeah, I'll fix that. All right. No. The plus tech converted them, yeah. There we go. Take it back. Just bring that in a bit more. Oh, yeah, yeah, for sure. There's definitely too much saturation. Actually, no. Oop, that's too much. That's about right. There's some red, looks like some faded red brick there too. There is actually one other that I gotta remember where it is. I think it's Luminar Neo, where I can just enhance the foliage, which is what I want to do because the foliage was much better than that. I don't think it's in here. Oh, foliage enhancer, it is. So I remember the grass being very, very green in the front, and the tree, of course, also. So that's just enhancing the foliage. That's about right. The other thing I like in here is relight. Oh, interesting. A patch of pure gray or white that hasn't been clipped. Yeah, I did get the whitest part. I took the whitest part of the photograph. But, no, oh, I don't want to do that. But I'm going to try it again. Gotcha. So in the gray, in a patch of pure gray. I don't, actually. Well, that's coming up as gray. Let's see, so that was before. Yeah, that's better. That took it from a gray. That's interesting to know. So if it's film, clip in the gray, and if it's digital, you can clip in the white. Interesting. That is very interesting. Yeah, that's definitely better. I mean, that's before, and that's after. Yeah, that's definitely a lot better. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the building is definitely more gray here. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the problem is sometimes it's really just trial and error. Yeah, that was the same. So that was the grayest spot. And I mean, this is what it started out as. And that. And when I had it printed, when I originally had it printed, the coloring was great. But of course, you know, scanning from a negative, it kind of stuck. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I do. I don't have it in front of me, but I do have the print as a reference. I just have to grab that, find it. It's in a binder, and find it and then pull it out. Um, yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best thing to do. Yeah, a little more gray. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, I don't like it in black and white. It actually needs the color. Funny enough. Yeah, I'm going to have to play with this a little bit more because the building does need to be a little bit more gray. The auto white balance, doesn't do much from what I just did. It's really doing the same thing. Um, I don't see the daylight one. Oh, you mean over here? Was it over here that you saw it? I don't know. I don't know where the daylight one is. They're still brown to me. Ooh. I mean, there are other ways to do it. And go back to the foliage. I have to make this a little smaller. There we go. Go back to the foliage, do the foliage enhancer. It is more gray there. It is, it is. And I think I have to not worry about the sky, focus on the building, which I went much more gray here, enhance the foliage a bit, and then I can add a sky, add in a different sky. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it. Just because worrying about the sky and getting the color right in the buildings is a lot harder. But that is more gray. That is much more gray. Even from there, well, from there to there, yeah, that's much more gray. Yeah, I'll have to play with this one quite a bit more. Because it's a good, I love the story with that photograph, but it definitely needs much more work. And yeah, getting that color right is not easy. Oh, these are really coming over big. Try that one. Nope. Let's go back to that. That's the problem with with color negatives, is that it really does, when you scan it really does distort the color from the original. It takes a lot of work to get those colors correct. like even here. Negadoctor. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I have to write some of these programs down because, where'd all my paper go? There we go. Yep, that's correct. What is it called? Negadoctor. Okay. And the other one was GIMP. Oh, good idea. Yeah. That wasn't a good sound. Yeah, that's. I was part of Darktable. Okay, good to know. Yeah, because it's going to take me a while to work on some of these negatives. And just getting the color right is super, super difficult. Yeah, links are allowed. Just flagging some of the ones I want to work on. Oh, it's giving. I don't know why. Yeah, for some reason it didn't. There must be a wrong setting. My producer put a wrong setting on that Nightbot. That's okay. I'll find it. Oh no, you got the link there. Okay. Cool. I got it. Ignore Nightbot. Warning, warning, warning. No, it does not have moderator rights. I would unban you anyway, so no worries there. Yeah, there are a lot of these that I really, really want to work on. But I haven't gotten to them yet. Since I scanned them, I haven't even gotten to them. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, it'd be interesting though. That article or what you sent me looks really interesting. So I'm definitely going to take a look at that because I'm not shy about learning the technical aspects of a program. For some things I like to keep it simple, but certain things like colorization, it definitely warrants it. Yeah, there's just a lot of photographs in here that I really need to go back and play with. Yeah, the McDonald's colors were actually very good. They were spot on. I mean, it might be a little touch pink. But the yellow's good. Just a little deeper red was a little pink. But yeah, I mean, it's a little green in here, which is interesting. But, you know, then again, I'll be really honest with you. I mean, this goes back to the old film days. Fujifilm always had more of a green tint to the film, while Kodak had more of a red tint to the film. So that's just something. So oftentimes I would use Fujifilm for, you know, certain things, and you know, Kodak for others, and, you know, if I was doing black and white, you know, Ilford and yada yada yada. But I know for a fact this was Fujifilm, so it definitely is, in the scanning process at least. I saw that it definitely brings a green tinge to it. So yeah, that's really the interesting thing with film, is that different companies' film had definitely a different tinge to it, and it depended on where you were going, or, you know, at least in my process, where I was going as to which film I would use. But yeah, it's not that difficult these days because of digital. But definitely the green tint. In fact, I could bring the green all the way down and bring the aqua down a little bit too, just to take the green out from in here. And this is one I'm just, this is not something I would publish, but it's just something to edit and play around with and get those colors. Getting a little side eye from that young lady. Interesting. Yeah, that is definitely an archivist approach. Very interesting way to do it. Probably the best way to do it. I really like this photograph. And again, I have to take the green down because I can see the green in the back, and I think the green is what's bringing up that brown cast. Yeah. Oh no. Mm-mm. Well, funny. I mean, I wasn't using Soviet film, but I was editing just the other day some photographs that I took in Russia when it was the Soviet Union back in '83, and I don't think I was using any local film, which is a good thing. But yeah, I can't imagine. Oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, so that theirs was orange tinted. Yeah, it's really weird how different film companies had a different tint to their film. Um, I just remember Fuji always having a slightly green tint, and then it was true. They made it with a slightly green tint. I have not used the ViewScan software at all because I used the Plus Tech. Or maybe I did use the ViewScan. Maybe that was the software they did with the Plus Tech. Yeah, it might have been actually ViewScan. Come to think of it. Interesting. That is really interesting. It's amazing what digital tools and technology can do now. Oh, interesting. So you pick the manual you manually pick the part of the scan and then it does the adjustment. Oh, yeah. All you had was Soviet film. I'm so sorry. Uh, yeah, not the best. Not the best at all. Gotcha. Hey, Master Sass. Vero's okay. There's a we're talking about a few different things here. But Soviet film, using Soviet film is like a vacation in the Bronx. Yeah, that is a brilliant way to put it. Uh, cannot imagine. Cannot imagine. I am enjoying Vero. Vero is a newer like Instagram. Although I find that there aren't as many people on Vero, but I like it. The interface is a little weird, where it also allows reels, videos as well, but it doesn't, it doesn't bring your profile up first. You have to click to get to your profile, which is a little odd, but I like it. I mean, uh, I think they could improve it a little bit, but apparently it's been around for quite some time. I don't know. Have you guys heard of Vero? Vero? It's like a photographer's Instagram, I guess, but it's not, I can't really tell. I can't really tell about it, but it's been around for quite some time. It just doesn't seem to have a lot of following. Vacation in the Bronx. That's priceless. I am never going to forget that one. Oh, like a vacation in the Bronx. Have you been using the Vero? Yeah, this really needs color adjustment. Yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome. How did you end up back in Poland? Was your grandfather from Poland? It does have a good spot for white balance. Indeed. Not that one. That's a little bit better. Oh wow, 1792. My earliest was 1893. And then back to Poland, or how did that happen? I'm being nosy. Wow, 1928, back to Poland. That was a precarious time to go back. Yeah, great-grandfather. I figured as much. That was a precarious time to be going back. Wow. No, not that. I don't even like that. Still hard to get that white balance. That white balance right. If I take down some of the blue. A little bit of the green. Ah, gotcha. Wow. I mean, I've heard it's a beautiful place. I think some of my ancestors, well, most of my ancestors, well, 3/4 of them were from that area. You know, Lithuania, Ukraine, Poland, that whole area, um, and then a quarter Italian. There's had to be something different in there somehow. Oh wow, yeah, just bad timing. Gotcha. So the family stayed then. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to uproot everything. Gotcha. Your grandfather went back to the United States, and he was the one that was in New York in the 1930s. Ah, yeah. Yeah, so sorry about that. It's yeah. War is a lot of bad things happened in World War II. All wars, all conflicts, but World War II is especially brutal. Go back to Neo. Oh wow. Yeah, it's really hard to get records. Naturalization records you can get much easier, but yeah, those kinds of records are tough to get, and I don't know why. I mean, I never knew. My father was adopted. We didn't know this until he was in his 70s, but I'm having a hell of a time getting finding out what happened to his mother. I have one photograph. I have her birth certificate. I know where she was up until like 1940, and then nothing. She just disappears, which is yeah, Freedom of Information Act. But you know, the United States keeps records sealed for like 72 years, so it's really hard to get information. Oh, wow. Yeah, you should be able to get that. Absolutely. Gotcha. That's a little better. Yeah, that's better. So Luminar Neo has that remove color cast, which is really handy for the colorization as well. Bringing it back much more toward the natural color. Ah, your sister lives in New York. Yeah, Texas, I stay out of Texas. It's hot. No. It is definitely not for me. Oh, let me flag this one. I want to go back to this one and try that color cast. Pennsylvania's nice. My mom grew up in Pennsylvania a little bit. Both of my parents are from New York, from Brooklyn, Kings County. Color, remove color cast. I don't think it's doing much on this photograph. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I forgot I have a meeting. All right. Well, actually, I've got to end for today because I forgot I have a meeting. Oops, I'm in trouble. But thanks everybody for joining me. It was, oh, a stepmother that lives in Texas. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Texas is not my kind of place, but I had family that lived there too. But thanks guys, thanks everybody for joining me. I really appreciate you following. And I'll be back tomorrow. So see you then. Yeah, and I will be back with lots of fun in my meeting. I don't think so, but you never know. Maybe.